So yeah, so I've been making all these Thanksgiving decorations, and I just really feel Granny's presence when I'm doing that.
Oh, that's great. That's
Yeah.
great. So I mean, it seems like you're coping really well with the death of your grandmother.
Yeah, I think the strength is there that I didn't think I would have, and I've been celebrating who she is, and so yeah, and I think just it's going to be important for me to stay busy. And actually, I thought of another benefit to moving into the house. I want to mention to you. I've had the opportunity to go and do an apprenticeship where in foster care where I can learn and grow, and it's really going to propel me forward in my professional career, but it's unpaid. And so it made me quitting my paying job to go do that. And I'm also considering going back to school.
Oh, wow.
But if I were to move into the house, then I wouldn't have to pay, I'm paying Brian rent, and so I wouldn't have to do that anymore. So it would actually free me up, because I have some savings. It would free me up to be able to go to school and also do this really exciting job opportunity that's coming up.
Yeah. I mean, that's again, like I said earlier, you need to focus more on you. And so that right there, that's a big step forward. That's a great step forward. It's an amazing step forward. And that is you. That's finally, going forward and taking care of you and doing what you want to do. So with that in picture, if you could look into the future, what is standing in your way from moving forward, from going to your grandmother's house?
I think just feeling overall that I just don't have what it takes, and that I would not emotionally be able to deal with being alone.
Okay.
And just feeling like I'm not strong enough.
Okay. So I would like to, if it's okay, maybe recommend a couple of groups for you to try out. You don't have to, I would just do one of them or something. But even though it's not an official divorce, being in a long-term relationship like that, that's basically something, it's kind of like a marriage.
I feel like I have a lot in common with people who are divorcing, just because.
So then maybe that would be a great thing to do, would be to join a divorce support group.
Oh, wow.
I know a lot of churches have those,
yeah.
but and I definitely have some referrals that I can give to you, some phone numbers.
Okay.
And another one that you might want to consider would be support for codependents. That's
I think that's probably a bit of an issue.
Although that's that word codependent is kind of an ugly, scary word.
Yeah.
But you also need to realize you're not alone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I do have, it's kind of an issue with me.
Right.
I know that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, that's the great thing about groups is you can look around and think I'm not the only one. They're going through it, and that's another great way to meet people, of stepping outside, meeting new people. So for as far as goals, what is a goal that you think that it would be a step forward for you, something small that you can achieve in the next week or so?
Well, we talked about me going to church this week.
Right, okay.
And I will definitely do that.
Okay, so as far as the house then, moving into the house, what's a step we can...
I suppose that I could contact my uncle and I could ask him what would need to take place in order for me to move into the house, and what all would be involved in, like what my responsibilities would specifically be as far as upkeep goes.
Okay, great. So those are two very attainable things for you to do.
Okay.
And I'm not saying, I think we should just stick to those two goals. I'm not going to overwhelm you.
Okay.
And then, the apprenticeship, that sounds like a great opportunity as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. Yeah.
That's something. Now, are you for sure doing it? You're still contemplating it?
Yeah. I couldn't do it if I stayed at Brian's, because I'd still have to be paying rent and bills and everything. But I think my uncle would probably pay the utilities for the house, because I would be staying there taking care of the house.
Right.
And the house is paid off, so I wouldn't have any kind of rent or anything. And so I would have to do that, I think, in order to do the apprenticeship. But the more I think about it, I'm really excited about it, because it really would lead to some really amazing opportunities.
So yeah, it sounds like this would be something that would, like I said, it'd be for you. It would be exciting new beginnings. Like you said, living in your grandmother's house makes you feel connected to her. You have projects that you work on that make you feel connected to her. Speaking of something like that, are there any other coping? So, I think coping is, the project thing is a great coping mechanism. Do you have any other coping mechanisms that you can think of that would help you if you start to get into that thought process of, oh, I can't do this, I need, rely on Brian, and this is scary, is there something else that you can turn to help you kind of, let those emotions out, but then also deal with them?
I think just focusing on other things, kind of like you said, the new chapter, to where I feel like I'm going to something rather than just leaving something behind.
There you go.
So I think that just getting busy in church and getting busy with the apprenticeship and the house and, relying on friends, whenever I'm feeling down. And I think that those would, and then getting lost in the crafts and the decor and all of that.
Oh, yeah, that's fun and exciting.
Yeah. So I think that, I think the important thing is just as I take the little steps, then I will find the courage in me to take the bigger steps.
Yeah, and we can just,
It's like I don't have to move out today.
No. And let's just, we're going to take it one step at a time. Right now focusing on trying the new church, talking to your uncle. There was something else that you mentioned that I completely cannot remember. Escape my mind.
Just looking more into the apprenticeship and
yes,
and getting excited about that.
Yes, and you mentioned going back to school, so you can start looking into schools that you might be interested in attending. And then I think we can go from there. And I think so far you're doing a really, really great job. I think we've made a lot of progress already. I think you're doing. I think you have.
It's hard.
Oh yeah,
it's hard.
Oh, and the group thing. That's what I want to tell you about. Yeah. To I'll give you the phone numbers for those two groups.
Oh, yes.
So that you can look into those. I definitely want you to try to, at least try one.
Okay.
Just see what it's like.
Okay. I'm open to it.
All right, great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.